My name's Joshua Hoareau, and I'm the creator of Remnants of Chernobyl.
We have a situation. The Priority 4 keyword was activated in Moscow.
What word?
Whitestorm.
What was the objective?
To locate and reinforce Viper 6.
Yes. But you also had another objective. What was it?
There was no other objective.
One way or another, Mr. Shaw. You will tell us what you found.
Look, I can't even get in contact with anyone from the project.
They're coming for you, and they won't stop until you're all dead.
Jonathan Shaw is back on the grid. Find him. We're shutting down the program.
He's only one man.
We're talking about Jonathan Shaw. Do not underestimate him.
Go, 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 go! Hands in the air! Hands in the air! Get down!
You've got him in custody.
What did you find in Chernobyl? What the hell did you find?
So here we are in the studio. I'm going to kind of turn the camera a little bit that way. As you can see, I'm working on a scene. I'm going to... which you saw in the trailer, but this is the full scene. These will come up as like little special advertisement videos on the internet, because obviously these shots, the trailer was shot on the Canon 5D Mark II. The full feature is going to be shot on the Blackmagic cinema camera, so obviously there's going to be a quality difference there. Remnants of Chernobyl is an action film set in 2012. Now, originally the film was written in 2008 by myself for a Year 12 project. It was for my media class. Now, originally it was a short film that was supposed to take place in 2008. But basically, a few of the changes have taken place since then. So, in the original, the film spanned over two timelines. 2008, when the post-operation happened. So basically, the car park scene you're seeing right now. And also in 1986, which was the Chernobyl power plant explosion and when the operation occurred. Now, the changes that have made place since then, the film now is a full feature film, so it's going to be running approximately around 2 hours. It's going to be set in 4 different timelines. So we're going to have 1986 during the meltdown of the Chernobyl power plant, 2005, which is the Operation Whitestorm timeline, 2012, which is the post-operation timelines, which is the manhunt type thing, and then finally 2019, which is going to be, well, I won't say what, but 2019, there will be some scenes. So basically, with the film, it's undergone a lot of changes since the original. I mean, obviously, the footage you're looking at right now, as you can see, it was my very first film. I didn't know a lot at the time, and I was using very old equipment. Obviously now the film is going to be shot in 2.5K anamorphic on the Blackmagic cinema camera. So basically why we're doing these production videos is I've kind of noticed a trend, and that trend is, things like The Hobbit with Peter Jackson, we see a lot of production videos going up, you know, weekly production videos. And I wanted to offer something similar so people can see what's happening with the film, see where it's going, you know, see a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but as it's happening, not, you know, with the release of the DVD. You know, obviously there will be content that will be exclusive to the Blu-ray and DVD for obviously those of you who support the funding page, and, you know, I got different funding packages and whatnot, which, yeah, exclusive content, props, things like that. Basically, with the casting process, you know, it was quite difficult in the sense that this film needs to take place primarily in Pripyat, Chernobyl in the Ukraine, and America. Obviously, with some parts taking place in Germany. So basically, obviously, being in Australia, it was very hard to try and enforce those locations. So basically I had a great thing happen. I had a friend of mine living in New York, and I asked him, he's an aerial cinematographer, and I asked him if he could get me some cityscape shots of New York, and he did me one better. He actually got a camera attached to a helicopter with a gyro stabilizer, and took some flying overhead shots of the city. These you can see being used in the trailer for the film. Absolutely magnificent shots. So shout out to him. Thanks heaps for letting me use those shots. You know, I just now with the casting, going back to casting. So you know, the process was very. I had to find people that looked the role, that felt the role. Obviously, you know, the way the feel I'm going for is very similar to the Bourne trilogy. I should say quadrilogy. You know, it's very raw, handheld. There's something to be said about that. I've always had a feel for films that are handheld. Obviously, you know, Cloverfield, the Bourne films, Blair Witch Project. Now, obviously, my film's not going to be so much Blair Witch Project, you know, all over the place, but I do want to give it that sense of rawness, that sense of realism, you know, which I think handheld does show. But basically, with the actors, you know, I had a few actors, because I looked at doing this project in 2010, and at the time, I did a bit of planning and whatnot, but I didn't really put much into it. I didn't really know what I was going to do with the film. But I had found a few actors on Star Now, and I put them down on a list, and I said, you know, if I do this film, these are the actors I'm going to look at. And surprisingly enough, when I did actually put auditions up on the internet for the film, the majority of those actors that I had originally envisioned for the film actually applied. So I was really happy about that. Yeah, so basically at the moment we have Albert Goikhman, who will be playing Nicholai Kostov, the ex-Russian KGB agent, who's now exporting nuclear material from the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, and who has got his hands on something we don't know what yet. Well, I know what, you don't know what yet. And he's going to be exporting that to a terrorist organization with links to Al-Qaeda in the film. And basically the leader of this terrorist organization, who we'll be meeting with, Imrek Hajar, will basically is the premise of the mission. Okay, playing the role of Jonathan Shaw, our main protagonist, obviously the guy taking place, you know, the whole film revolves around, is Thomas Petrakos. And it's quite interesting because he's actually part Ukrainian as well, which is really interesting. So, because obviously the aspect of Ukraine and Chernobyl and whatnot. Basically, with his role, Jonathan Shaw was a Special Forces Marine. Basically was drafted into Black Ops later on, and through that Black Ops, he took part in Operation Whitestorm in 2005. So that was a joint operation between American and British forces to stop Nicholai Kostov from exporting nuclear material, because obviously at the time they didn't know that there was something else he had. They just thought it was just nuclear material to international terrorist organizations. So, you know, with this, I don't know, call it a production video or a pitching or whatnot, you know, there's so much money that has to be pumped into these kind of films. You know, I'm trying to do as much as I possibly can myself, but in the end, you know, you need money to rent equipment out, to, you know, pay actors, to supply for food and do makeup and props, you know, special effects, all these kind of things. You know, and with your help, we can make this film happen. A big shout out to Daz-Miguel Mora. He's one of the executive producers on the film. He's really helped with supplying locations and you know, props and people and a whole bunch of stuff. So I just want to shout out to him. And everyone who's funding on the film, everyone who's helped and, you know, is prepping so far for everything. Now, you know, I'm filming this. It's December 20th, 2012, and according to people, tomorrow the world's supposed to end. So, if you don't see this video, well, I guess the film will never be made. But if you do see this video, then you were wrong. They were wrong. Everyone was wrong. We can laugh in their faces after about it, but we won't do that. We'll talk about the film now. But yeah, so basically it's 20th December. Tomorrow the world's supposed to end. If it doesn't, this film will be kickstarting in January, hopefully. That's depending if the Black Magic gets it. I pre-ordered it. I'm waiting for it to come in. But yeah, once that happens, we'll be kickstarting the feature film. Now, we'll be filming, obviously, like I said, the 4 segments. The 2012 segment will be shot first. Then we'll be shooting the 1986 segment. Then the 2019 segment. And the final segment we'll be shooting is the 2005 segment, which is actually Operation Whitestorm. And the reason why we're leaving that last is because that's going to be the part of the project that's going to need the most amount of money. You know, we have live military vehicles, we have lots of actors, lots of extras, lots of props, we have pyrotechnics, we're going to have explosions, we're going to have jets, tanks, the whole shebang going on. So that there needs a lot of money pumped into it. So we're kind of hoping that obviously as the film progresses and we have more to show, you know, more funding will come through. So, I really can't think of anything else, but there will be more of these videos being pumped out all the time. And yeah, we're going to have, in some of the future ones, we're going to have interviews with some of the actors, the cast, the crew. Actors and cast, the same thing, what we're doing. And yeah, so this is Joshua Hoareau, creator of Remnants of Chernobyl, signing off. And I will see you guys next time, or maybe at the premiere.